believe so.
Perfect. They have been kidnapped by the Mad Mage, and we've solved the problem.
I like it.
No one was nearby. I think me and Anton were sort of sitting nearby, but out of the way of the whole display. Sitting nearby, but out of the way of the whole display. Sitting
well, as usual,
nearby,
this
but out of the
today
way
will
of
be in your
display. Sitting.
What you're going to do. For all I know, you're about to jump in the black coach and head to Castle Ravenloft. I'm really at a loss to knowing which direction the party's going to go and when. But so that aside, we'll get going, and we can begin with the party calling out for Mindartis, calling out for Elenway, and being sure that they should be here on the edge of the lake. And when you get up and reach the edge of the lake, you see that their footprints end at the water's edge.
Did they go for a swim? Laneway.
Can I look? Is it foggy out?
No, it's quite clear today. It's a nice clear day.
Look across the lake.
You can see across the other side of the lake. It's about a mile distant, and there is a flash of colour, as if someone's cloak or robes or a flag can be seen within the bushes, but then it too disappears.
I suppose they went in search of the Mad Mage by themselves, no?
Well, doesn't really sound like them, but maybe they had an opportunity that I don't know about.
Ah, that was what I thought.
I look. I don't see any missing boats or anything. Or boat.
No, I didn't take any boats. No. You can make a survival check.
Suppose, like, Min turned into an animal, like a dolphin, and then she, like, rode off on him. Survival.
Sound.
13.
Yeah, that's all entirely logical. There is only one bizarre clue, perhaps. As mentioned, the footprints go to the water's edge and then disappear. There is a single extra set of footprints that appears out of nowhere, but doesn't go anywhere.
Like just standing there?
Yeah, standing there, and then it moves towards Mindartis and Elenway, and then it's gone. And then they're all gone.
Well,
Does it?
Get his glaive and kind of poke over the last of the footprints to make sure there's nothing invisible standing there.
You're satisfied that they're not, but they are extremely fresh footprints. They're so fresh, in fact, that there's tiny little pools of water that are gathered where their feet have sunk into the mud at the shore's edge.
Check their teleportation.
I can do.
Suppose they did meet the mage, or he met them.
Can I use one of my abilities just to quickly cast, and we'll finish that. Where is it? Use my class ability to cast what's it called? View magic. What's it called? Detect magic. Thank you.
Yeah.
View magic.
Yeah, sure. Make an Arcana check. There's no immediate magical source nearby, but make an Arcana check anyway.
Spectate magic.
Probably worse. Well, sort of person, but Arcana.
Edge.
I'll try to figure out how to get back to this one.
Could have been really good.
You sense some residual magic, but apart from its lingering presence, there's nothing there.
Seem to be magic. This funny stuff here. I'm not sure what, but it is definitely happened right there.
Like, he came over here and was like, come with me, I've got something to tell you, or did he, like, disintegrate them?
I look around for a pile of dust getting scattered by the wind.
Yeah, you find no such ash, nor dust, nor confetti or anything.
He hasn't turned them into ash by the looks.
Don't think he would disintegrate himself. I think more likely he'd teleport, no?
But like, who can teleport like multiple people? You know, I know like
There's only one person here, and he lives just over there. It is Mad Mage, no?
it's got to be. Yeah.
I think that you are all missing the point here. We've been looking for this Mad Mage, but have been yet to meet him. Is it possible that this is Strahd's revenge in some way?
No, I think Lenway is like protected by the holy symbol. I think.
Would be a fight, not. There's struggle, no? No footprints, just standing. No running, no moving. There would be chaos, not so much calm. There's only like standing footprints, yeah, there's not much walking.
Buggy's still walking into the lake.
Yeah, Buggy's gonna walk into the lake and see if he sees anything.
You know we've got
Alright.
boats here, right?
Yeah, but their footprints go to the lake and we don't see any trail of boats being dragged into the water.
Lynn's body would float. The Lenway's wouldn't. She's got chainmail on.
Yeah,
Make an athletics check as you swim around, and then an investigate check to do a bit of searching through the bottom of the lake.
I will try to get my roll 20 working, but if you want to give somebody else...
Yeah, no worries. Otherwise, I should probably try to add that bot to Discord, but I forget how to do it. I haven't added a bot in so long.
I think you just go to the website where the bot is hosted and then you link it, right?
Yeah. Yeah, there might be an easier way, but I think that's right.
RPG bot Discord.
Do I have any bots in the main channel? No, I've only got bots in the old channels.
I'll quickly get it for you.
Yeah, see if you can add it, and that'd save me having to do it. I don't know if you'll be able to.
I will see if I can find a dice rolling bot. Okay, dice roller bot.
Avray is one of the good ones. AVRAE.
Search for that one.
Yeah,
I
Avray's
see it.
good.
Okay, it's actually like the fifth one down on this page. Avray.io. Okay. And let's just figure out how to invite it. You can invite Avray, just select your server in the drop down menu. Okay. You press invite and it just opens up Discord in the browser, so I gotta log into Discord in the browser. And I'll be done. Just a second. Oh.
Groove in rhythm. I'll look up Pbot while you're doing that.
Gotta figure out my password that I've set for Discord. Because I've never had to log in. There we go, got it. Which server are we in?
This is Strahd or COS or something.
I don't have
You don't have those
the
permissions,
admin
do you?
permission, so I'll just link it to you.
Yeah, just add it to the general chat, or just link it.
To server.
You don't even have that. Yeah, I thought you
Yeah.
might not. Yeah.
Because you have to be admin of servers to invite bots. Here's the link
Yeah.
that I used. It'll just open up, and you can change whatever permissions it has as well.
Alright. Alright, paste and go.
Might bug out because it uses all the permissions. Like,
Add a bot. Role playing circle. Read, do all those. Bake a cake. Yeah, that'll do.
wish I had that opportunity.
Around baking a cake when we're in serious business.
Bots baking cakes, dude.
Not a robot. Not yet.
One day. We will all be made with glorious steel.
Alright, it's authorized, so it should be in the main channel. But it's not.
Yeah, I see it. Spots Avray.
Oh, I didn't see it join.
Yeah, it's here somewhere. It's not in the main channel. It's in this channel though that we're in. Interestingly
Really?
enough. Yeah. If you get a general and
Where?
it's right there.
I don't know how I even did that because I added it to the general. It doesn't matter. It's in there now. See if you can, Jack. See if you can operate Avray. I'm not sure what the commands are, which doesn't help. Might be exclamation mark. Or you can just help it. I'll do that for it. Help!
Help.
Oh, thanks for the PM, Avray. I was trying to do it for everyone.
It's just exclamation mark R and then space your dice.
Ooh, Avray's a dice dragon.
What is Dino?
Cool.
There you go.
Cool. Working perfectly. Test run successful. So,
How it goes.
you swim around in the crystal clear water, a buggy, and it's refreshing if way too cold. You discover many beautiful trout and bream, and a few other edible fish, crabs, and mollusks, snails, but no sign of any clothing, nor shoes, no headbands, no evidence whatsoever that your friends were molested in these waters.
Okay. Well, Buggy's gonna swim back up and be like, "Oh, I don't think they went through the lake, guys. I think they might still be on the shore somewhere. Maybe they got sucked up by the mist like we did."
I don't think that's how it works when we're already here. I think the Mad Mage definitely teleported him out.
Do we know where he...
Sort of like a flash of color. I think I saw his cloak on the other side of the lake. We can cross it, hunt him down,
Yeah,
leave the hurt.
we should cross the lake.
No, it's alright. I won't hurt him. As long as he hasn't hurt Elenway or Min.
Are there any of the Vistani around?
Any what?
Vistani?
I can't remember if we were with them at the time.
We were talking to the Dark Elves near the beach edge, but that's about it.
No,
Did we finish that conversation?
I don't think so. We said
we did.
they'd wait. Didn't
Me
you
and-
say we'd wait and come back?
Me and Anton were talking to them, and he was like, "Can you get us out of here?"
He didn't say where?
He wants to come to the
Oh, we're going to the temple.
Yeah,
temple,
He wants
and
to go to the Amber Temple with us.
that's
to
right.
revive his wife or something.
And
His
we said-
sister, that's right. That's the only thing he asks if he wants to go to the temple of the Amber Temple with you. The only thing he asks is that if we find any way of resurrecting the dead, that you give it to him.
We ended that conversation. We'd said we'd do it,
All right.
and then because it was me and Anton, I'm pretty sure, and then we left, and the blood eagling happened. Pretty sure. Pretty sure that's how it went. And
I
I
washed
think-
my hands. Then Elenway started having a chat with the Mad Mage, and that's where we left off.
Beautiful.
I don't think
Appreciate that, everyone.
I know. I don't think I can remember what the plan was with getting him out. I don't think we decided on that yet. Or maybe we decided we just take him out now.
Pretty sure. Weren't we just gonna kind of just sneak him out?
We just turn him into an animal and bring him out, but that's a waste of the stuff.
Yeah.
But
Travel a few days to the place, so
we could just. He said he'd wait, so like, I mean, he's got a long lifespan. Might as well just go in.
I mean, out of character, do we want to have this session as like a search for the Mad Mage's hideout and rescue our companions sort of session, or do you want to kind of
I think
pretend
that
like
is.
they're doing the mission and we go do something else?
I think that is in character what we would do.
Yeah.
Plus, like, I wanted to go see them. Mad Mage was the next step anyway. It's
Okay.
the whole, we came here to see if the elves knew where the Ember Temple was, and then we came to see the Mad Mage while we were here.
Yeah. Alrighty. Just making sure we're all on the same page.
I believe that was the plan.
Well, let's borrow a boat. See if we can find this man. Everyone okay for that?
Alright, that sounds good to me. And I start picking up a boat.
All right. There are a couple of little rowboats here, certainly for everyone. And so you're able to push off into the rather still waters, the crystal clear waters of Lake Zaravik, which, although it's a very deep lake, it gets maybe 80 feet deep, maybe even deeper in some parts. You can see the bottom, at least for the first 30 or 40 feet. It's a remarkably clear lake.
Is there anything in the bottom of the
If I
lake?
stick
Rocks, fish, small plants. You don't spot any clues like clothing or anything.
Small bodies.
No small bodies. No. No.
We stopped that from happening.
Exactly.
if I stick my hands in the water, then it'll go blood red.
It's cold, and you wash your hands. You wash the blood off your hands, but then your hands begin to drip with blood all fresh.
What's with that, mate?
Blessing from the war gods. From the sacrifice I have made and justice I brought.
You sure that won't make your grip on your weapon a little bit loose at least?
A blessing from a war god. Do you believe that a war god would hinder my ability to avenge and bring justice to where it is needed?
Maybe like a prank? I don't know.
I don't think so. Would you like to test it?
A fight, eh? Not on a boat, at least.
A spa? No, not on board. On land.
Another time. Less present
Alright.
moments, you know.
Yes, we must save our friends.
Vlad, your brother's a bit slow.
You'll get used to it.
Right.
All right. With Captain Vlad in charge of the fleet, we begin sailing around Lake Zaravik. Is there anywhere in particular that we hope to go, or are you simply going to, I guess, scour the countryside?
I remember the bit where I made a mental note where I last saw him across the lake before we did the blood eagling.
Sure, it was almost directly across the lake. You'll be able to get within 1 or 2 hexes of where you think he should be.
I would like to go there.
Takes about half an hour to get across the other side of the river, and when you set your boat ashore on this northern shore, it's even more wild than the southern shore. Naturally, there is no evidence of human occupation. It's a wild forest edge.
Right, everyone spread out a little bit. Let's look for some footprints.
Okay. Everyone can make an investigation roll. Since we're combing the desert, since we're doing, we're being thorough about this, you don't have disadvantage, despite the fact that it's such a large area that we're trying to claim.
Survival, wasn't it?
It's investigation, survival, both are appropriate, yeah. Brilliant. Yeah, and Nappa's on the game as well. So between Nappa and Victor, we've managed to ascertain that there is indeed someone who regularly visits here, and they were visiting as little as an hour ago, maybe less. Their footprints still fresh, still wet. and the same size and shape as the ones on the far side of the lake. From there, Victor thinks that he can follow the trail along the water's edge. And when you do so, they go for a mile before reaching this creek and then more or less disappearing.
You reckon they went up the creek or across it? Common tactic to use like a river to mask your footsteps.
Well, if
Yes,
we walk
we're-
up, if we walk up this creek, and someone's watching to the left and somebody else is watching,
Sounds good.
How wide's the river?
Oh, at the mouth it's probably about 30 feet wide, but it soon narrows to be roughly 10.
Okay, that's definitely viable for us to split up on the other side of the rivers.
X-Man, real quick, don't forget to delete GIFs.
Huh.
So it starts with Arctic's internet, that's all.
Oh, it should be okay with this one, but it can't. But I appreciate it, and it's sometimes like I don't know, but so I appreciate it.
Righty, never mind.
I can edit it and mark it as a spoiler.
That might work. Yeah. That was indeed the reference I was going for too. So, here we are on the edge of this 30-foot wide river mouth, or creek mouth perhaps, that empties into a clear lake. If anything, the water of the creek is even colder than the lake itself. There's a lot of wildlife nearby, notably the ravens, but certainly other birds, songbirds, spotted deer, a few hares. It's a natural world, and for those of you who like the great outdoors, there's a brilliant alpine breeze which is filling your lungs with fresh air, and you see that the river begins to slope upwards, rapids that turn into waterfalls, which turn into mountains.
This is the nicest this place has been so far.
Do I hear any howling of wolves?
Not immediately. You can make a perception check.
Coast is clear, the water is just as clear.
Yep, coast is
Nothing
clear.
in your ears.
Except the wind, you know? The bristling of leaves. Well,
Yeah, can we walk up the river, like, split up a bit?
Absolutely.
How do we want to split up if we get attacked? Victor and Vlad on one side, the rest of us on the other?
Yeah, if you want. I mean, I'd like to have Nappa and me on either side. I think Nappa was the other one who did really well in survival. Oh, he does have a -1, but he still did well. So
Yeah, he certainly did. Alright, so Nappa on one side, Victor on the other, and the party split between.
I mean, the two brothers on one side and the other three on the other.
Yeah,
That makes a lot of sense.
that's what I proposed.
Brilliant. And I suppose you wouldn't be bringing your horse, though, of course, since you can't get it across the rowboat.
Yeah, we probably would have left that with the Vistani for now.
Yeah, no worries. They've never been horse thieves.
Hesitantly, very
Indeed.
hesitantly, but
Hey, they owe us a debt.
yeah, they owe us a lot of debt.
You find your horse, I was going to say unmolested, but it's probably best to say you find your horse. It hasn't. Nobody's stolen from anything from it. That doesn't mean it's unmolested. Vistani, man.
Horse fuckers.
Anyway, that's enough of that. You follow the crystal clear river up the rapids, up the waterfalls, and it's a pretty arduous task. And it's taken you a couple of hours to just get a simple mile or two. By the time you do your climbing and make sure that you're on the right track, etc. Eventually, you've made it to the top of a lesser mountain. There is a lot more of Mount Baratok to go. It's kind of like being on the first ledge of a much greater mountain. and now you're looking over the magnificent valley of Barovia. Sorry, zoomed out. You're looking over the massive valley of Barovia, and there's not much you can't see except what you're looking for. There's no sign of anyone. There's no sign of anything. You followed the river to its logical conclusion, but wait, there are footprints here. The same footprints you've been looking for. Not Elenway's, not Mindardas's. There are two types of footprints: elk, like a massive deer, and human. And these two footprints intermingle, and that's the only clue there is.
Suppose the elk is Min, and Elenway is on his back, and the Mad Mage is walking. Wouldn't that be a weird sight to see?
I've seen weird, or have we not?
You seen like a crazy wizard working next to an elk with a tree lady on its back. Doesn't that paint a weird picture, you know? I think it's just funny. No wolves yet. Maybe this is like the Mad Mage's domain.
Sorry, I cut out there. What did we say?
No wolves yet. Maybe this is the Mad Mage's domain. Can you see where these footprints lead?
Maybe. Yeah, can I inspect the footprints to see if these are old or fresh?
You can, and even without making a roll, this is what you ascertain, due mainly to 20 and Nappa's 16 before. This is what you ascertain. There are old elk footprints and there are new elk footprints. There are old human footprints, there are new ones. But while they go in this direction and that, the figure of 8 and circles, and any other direction, there seems to be one particular point at which they often converge. There is a point at which the human footprints either move forward or move back, and then they seem to suddenly stop. I can't think of a better way to explain that. It kind of seems like there is a particular terminus in among the chaos of daily walking around.
I guess not being very bright, I'll use my second charge of detect magic for the day, and I'll have a look at that focal point of footprints to see if there's like a portal or something, because apparently he can do that.
Sure. You look for a portal, and there's some very powerful residual magic here of the conjuration school, but there's nothing to be found.
I walk on the bit where the feet are, where they converge, sort of thing.
There's an electric feeling if you stand where the footprints end and begin, because it's the same place, the terminus. If you stand at that terminus and walk forward, there's a kind of electric feeling, like you're moving through a waterfall, right? Like a waterfall is pouring over you, but you don't get wet. There's no visual effect. You just move through it, and then it's gone.
Oh, I feel like tingly.
Yeah, exactly right. Your beard straightens out and then curls again.
Still see him?
Yeah, that's right. There's not even a visual effect. Apart from the static electricity, you don't notice a thing.
I sort of tap my foot in the air in the sort of convergence area.
Doesn't seem to be anything there.
I look up.
It's just sky.
Maybe it's like a floating disc.
I want to try to get it all the way, and I'll try and walk the same way.
You bastard.
You feel it, but there's nothing there. It's a sensation. Those of you who, which I think is, you guys you're a native to Ravenloft, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. So it wouldn't be necessarily familiar to you, or maybe, it kind of feels like walking through the mists, and that's what it feels like for Vorig as well. It reminds him of a certain sensation he had after we left Slumberhaven, but before we fought the first set of wolves.
Like a chill down your spine.
Yeah, that's right. A transition. But there's no effect. You just pass through and pass through and pass through and nothing happens.
So you magic people are just standing here watching us. We're like the least two. Wait, no, he's magic-y, but he's
We
a
do
bit
not
of a
have
dumber.
control. It is E.
Eh,
Be rude. It is not nice.
it's alright. You wouldn't get it.
It did not,
My
but I could
magic-
tell.
My magic does not come from study or research. This is something that I just have.
Ain't it all the same though, right?
Yeah, well, I can't
Google
tell you
someone.
what this is.
It's obviously like another teleport room.
It is not the word.
Pardon?
We should just continue. Forget this thing.
But like, there's no other bloody tracks.
Do they leave this area, like up the hill more?
Yeah, and they go in every direction, but this is the concentration. This is the terminus.
This is just like. This is where it comes.
Just that-
Wait, should we like camp out here for a night?
What is that mage's name? Do we know?
Baratok.
I shout out Baratok really loudly.
It echoes off the mountain valley like a yodel.
He's a mad mage, Baratok. The Baratok's a mountain.
That sounds
It's
more
not
like
his
a
name.
name that the locals have given him, not a name of his own.
Buggy's
No,
going. He's
Like all
going
this.
to through this focal point and then walk backwards through it.
The effect is you can feel it. It's tactile. There's a sensation, but little more. You're definitely passing through some kind of magical zone, the nature of which can only be guessed at.
Maybe you gotta jump.
Yeah,
Maybe you gotta be touching the floor or something.
he's gonna jump and stuff. Then he's gonna try to tell a lie. See what happens.
The one teleporter tells only truth, the other one only tells lies.
Alright, you try all of these things, and it seems it has very little effect. And then suddenly, just as you've all but given up on there being any solution to this maddening riddle, a door opens in extra-dimensional space
Oh shit.
at the terminus. It swings open.
Hello.
And swings closed.
Oh shit.
Ah.
Hi.
Everyone make a
Having it.
perception check.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there's someone walking invisibly.
There is indeed. Roll
Where
for
is the
initiative.
perception? Well, do we roll perception or just roll for initiative?
So with the perception checks, you become aware that there is someone stalking around you.
Okay, so everyone else did it already. Actually, I'll still roll perception just in case that I don't notice, but
Sure.
I should be alright, hopefully. Clicking, do I just
Lowercase
drag
r.
my token down somewhere? Wait, where are our tokens?
The tokens are sitting right near Strahd's castle.
Okay.
I don't think yours is down actually.
No, probably not.
I'll
drag
put
it
mine
down.
down over there. Yeah.
Well, I got a
Mm.
10.
Lucky I have advantage on my initiative rolls.
Alright.
Alright, I'll add Buggy in. Or who would like to, Buggy, who would you like to control?
Who is the most martial fighter here?
I like to fight.
Give it to that guy.
Alright, if Buggy's already controllable by all players. So, Vori, go ahead and add him to the initiative, but just use the rolls that Jack rolls.
I am your master.
Let me find Buggy. I gotta drag him down. Whoop. Okay, Buggy's initiative was, what was it? 7, 8, 9. What, the second one? 5, okay. So, initiative, and then adjust it. Should have taken mine, it was 7, but it's alright.
It's going to be the same. Thanks, that's awesome. Alright. Vorig, you get the sensation that someone is moving around. In fact, you see footprints being formed in the mud around you, and you hear arcane words being mumbled. Zumba, anga vrunda, vundanga lando.
Zardozorn!
Zunda.
I'm first, okay. I'll just be like, I haven't got my axe out, I'll just be like,
Hey mate, no magic. We're like looking for our friends you may have taken. Hold your fire or lightning.
Alright, is that the action that you take?
yeah, that's the action I take.
Alright, everyone can make a constitution saving throw as you are blasted with a cone of cold.
Ouch. Constitution.
Do you need your stats, Buggy?
Re-roll that.
You can just roll.
You have a +5 to your constitution saving throws.
Oh, sick ass.
Roll that. Because that hurts.
Wow, you have so little
Me
health.
is fucking... Sorry, this computer is
Yeah.
testing my patience. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
laptops be like that when you plan. Roll 20.
Feel my pain.
Yeah, I had my laptop broke.
I'll
my
take that
computer
one
broke.
instead. And it's a little apple. God, it sucks.
That's a lot of damage. For Buggy, at least.
Oh. Wait, what's my health on Buggy?
Why do you only have 45? Is that real?
45. I'm a, what, 7th level fighter?
Yeah.
With,
That can't be right, because I'm a D6 class and I got 42.
I have 88, 83.
83 as well.
it may not have added my constitution modifier.
Would you like me to?
Yes. Please.
Yeah, so even if you took the average, it'd be, what, 12 to begin with, and the others would be 8 times 6, 42. So you'd be at 54 if it was average, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So,
Wacky.
45 plus 14. So you now have 59 HP
That'll do.
with your constitution modifier in there.
Cool, we'll go
Like,
with that.
rolling with advantage is very unlikely that you're below average.
Mhm.
At least at average, usually. Except if you're a wizard named...
Advantage.
Pardon? We roll with advantage. Right.
With your hit points, man, when you level up, roll twice and take the... Or just take the player handbook average, it's your choice.
Okay.
Yeah,
Aha.
It's half of 28.
He was unknown for that.
14.
So, what's the DC? 17. Oh, I just... So, 28 for Buggy.
Oh,
So you are down to 31. And 14 for me.
Now, Nappa, I don't know how you're going to take this, because Vorik has just... you saw the door open, you saw the door close. You noticed the footprints, Vorik tried to negotiate, and then suddenly we were hit with enough frost that you would kill a small village of people. A strong bull might not have survived that blast of cold. He was trying to fucking kill you. Nappa
Really?
Gurus.
Oh, I'm sorry, I was talking and then I realized I had to fucking hit. But did I take full or half damage?
Half with a Constitution 19, yeah.
Okay, Nappa, he's gonna wipe the frost off the armor and kind of just shake like all the icicles off and gonna look around and kind of shiver The metal's just really cold now, and I still don't see anybody, right? Like there's just nobody.
No, he's using greater invisibility.
Greatest invisibility.
That's it.
So dispel magic wouldn't do shit, right?
Ooh, it might.
You might just have to make a contested check.
Very
Ah.
fun.
Does it say it has to be on a point you can see? Is the problem?
No, it's an area with dispel magic. I think I might be wrong. I might be using an old version.
I think it's a point. The way in 5e, I think to counter something with stealth to dispel,
Oh no, it's just
he'd have
within range.
he'd have to know where it is though.
Yeah,
It's not an area of effect.
yeah,
I
Right,
want to know where it
right.
is.
yeah. He doesn't have to see it though.
Okay.
He just has to know where it is.
So make an insight check, since we've just been blasted by this frost and we've got the footprints and all of those sort of things. I'll make an insight versus his deception. That's what that'll be fair.
Hey!
Whoa! You have pinpointed the location of your assailant.
That was lucky.
So it's a 4th level spell. You'll have to roll a d20 plus whatever your ability check mod is, so your intelligence or charisma or whatever. Nappa? You'll have to roll a d20 plus your spell modifier.
So just click your charisma.
Click charisma.
That works. Perfect. You have been unable to break through the power of his 4th level spell. But at least
Unless he's got a +4, right?
So I got a +3.
you're going to need a +7.
Yeah, he'd need a 14 to break a 4th level
I
spell.
thought it was the DC was like.
Can I
+1
roll
above.
inspiration?
You can, absolutely. We have each got 1 inspiration.
Come on!
Perfect.
Hey!
Alright, the Mad Mage appears in front of you. His red eyes bleary and filled with hatred and malice. He has murder on the mind.
And is that my action, right? Cast a spell.
It is. You've still got a bonus action, though, and movement.
Power word kill.
I'm gonna. How far is he away from me?
We'll say 15 feet. It's not, less than 30 feet for sure.
I'm gonna charge at him with my movement, and I'm gonna shift as bonus action.
A monster! Don't you know who I am?
And that'll be at the end of my turn.
Victor.
Starters, I shall use my bonus action to rage. Let me just try and get to my spells. Wild rage. What did I get? A 6. Ah, fucking. It's in the minds of those around you. Each creature within 30 feet of you must succeed a wisdom saving throw, or you see a glimpse of the creature's thoughts, learning how it plans to attack you. As a result, the creature has disadvantage on the attack rolls against you until the start of my next turn. So,
Cool.
wisdom save throw against, I guess. That's probably not going to do it. Oh, that's Borig's. Oh, yeah, Borig attacked me. That probably does it. I'm not actually sure what the DC is, but I'll say that just does it for brevity.
Mm.
I rolled a 4, so you know that
And then-
I don't punching you in the butthole.
Nice.
You know I'm gonna kill you soon.
You know you're thinking of attacking me. Alrighty, and then I'm gonna charge at him and just saying, "Fucking shit! How dare you! Get on the floor!" And I'm gonna try and grapple him.
That was my plan.
Yeah.
Alright. Opposed athletics rolls.
check. Yeah.
Dog pile.
I've advantage because I'm raging, yeah?
I have studied wrestling in my youth.
Don't I have athletics advantage because I'm raging?
Yep.
Or no? Oh, I do.
I think you
Okay,
do.
cool.
I think you do, yeah.
Cool.
24.
And so if you have 2 attacks, and I think you do, then you can now make a second athletics check if you want to. For example, to make him prone, for example.
To shove.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
And then he is as good as dead.
his hands are technically bound because I've got them, yeah? Or no?
No, they are not.
He's struggling.
He is
Can I-
immobilized. He can't walk. That's about it. That's the only thing that happens.
Okay, can I try and like take his hands so he can't cast spells at all?
Yeah, you
Or-
can.
Okay, that'll be my second attack. We grappling his
Alright.
hands down and pinning him, I guess, against him. Like a police thing. Ooh, not so good.
Careful with the fingers.
I'll break a fucking few if you don't settle down, eh?
It's gonna let me now.
No, I just lost my accent then.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
don't
you went like
settle
full Scottish there.
Oh, so many accents.
It's insane.
It's my wild magic. It makes me just randomly talk differently.
He'll grow
Brilliant.
shorter over time.
Vlad, your brother's doing what he does best. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you don't settle down, I'll break your fingers. And that's it.
Vlad's got him under control. I kind of don't want to start laying into him while Vlad's got him pinned, so I'll move up and give the help action to Vlad.
Okay. How do you help your brother gank this wizard?
Have you ever seen, like, when cops are arresting someone, there's that one that's got his hands behind the back and another one comes in and just starts kicking him in the head?
What's that kicking him?
Vlad just kind of comes over and Victor's already holding him down and Vlad's just kind of putting the cheap shots in to try and keep him down.
You bastard.
You're like a bleeding goblin! Bugworth.
Me?
Yes.
Is invisibility still up?
It is not. And he is visible and he is being jock wrestled like the nerd he is.
That's fun locker.
Or alive?
Pardon?
Do we want him dead or alive?
We have attempted to negotiate. He is pinned, and no one has attacked him so far.
Okay. Well, dealing non-lethal damage. Can you make 4 attacks with me, please?
Yeah, go ahead. What weapon are you using? Some are better at non-lethal damage than others.
My glaive. I'm just gonna be butting him with the.
Alright. Yeah, alright. So, yeah, no worries. Just go ahead and use the glaive.
So basically, while we're holding him down like a defenseless old man,
Jabbing the
bug
shit
man
out of
comes in and starts jabbing him with a pole.
Yeah, that's it. Bashing him on the back of the head with a lump of steel.
Did you want me to roll those?
Yeah, it'll be quicker if you just click it
Cool.
4 times.
Yeah,
advantage.
good idea.
4 times, so you're using your action surge?
Yes, I'm action surging to beat this defenseless old man.
Bong, 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 bong.
Ow!
Take it down, take it down.
Is he still...
He has 15 armor class, and so how many of those hit 3? 1, 2, 3, 26, 36. He's looking bruised, but not battered.
Were they rolled with advantage, considering his prone, or no?
Yep.
They were?
I didn't prone him, I just held his hands.
Oh, you didn't prone him, okay.
Yeah, good point. Well, they wasn't prone,
39.
so only 2 of those will hit. So it's 26 damage, and he's looking bruised, but not battered.
Then I will make one last attack that deals a D4 using my polearm master thing.
Bonus action.
Excellent.
And this is the D4 one.
Ow! 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 Ow!
I gotta roll the d4. Hey, same damage.
And
7
then,
then. 7
funny-
bonk damage.
7 points.
Brilliant.
Take a bit of space between him and the wizard. Kind of step back far.
You regret that? Don't you know who I
The Mad Mage.
Not really, to be honest.
am? You don't? I don't either. Varric.
I'll dogpile.
Alright.
I'll shove him over and dogpile.
Alright. Come on! Eat the dog shit, nerd! Eat the dog shit!
Shove.
It's on his head.
Guys, leave me alone!
Does he beat a 20 on the shove?
Close.
It's shove.
He's so strong. What the fuck?
That's dexterity. He's using you can choose.
Alright,
then-
yeah.
And then I'll also grapple him as well. And
Seems
he
to
can
give
beat
up.
26.
He seems to give up.
Stay still if you know what's good for you.
You think you have defeated me, you fool! And he uses Misty Step, which doesn't have hand components, it's just verbal.
Yeah,
He uses Misty Step, and then he fires firebolts into probably Victor.
Yeah. I was just about
Oh!
to
What?
He creates a fireball from his cantrip. Fucking boom!
Fuck me.
And a massive,
Wow.
ancient 200-year oak is incinerated.
Or he had to hit. No, was that a fire bolt or a
Fireball.
Yeah, it's a
fireball?
fireball.
Okay. Okay, good thing that misses.
He just did that with a fucking cantrip.
Fuck this, kill him.
He
This-
just rolled nearly 40 points of damage on a cantrip, Jack. That's
That's terrifying.
An ancient tree is disintegrated.
You would have got knocked out, Buggy.
Yeah, I would be down.
Fuck.
I'm warning you! I'm warning you!
That's not much of a warning.
And as he says he's warning you, he begins to cast a cold. Nappa.
How far away is he from?
Probably only 25 feet. I don't think Misty Step, it only goes 30 feet away, so.
Yeah, 30 feet.
Going to cast.
Oh,
Dun, dun, dun,
that
dun.
angel hits him.
Fool, don't you know that I invented that spell?
He almost fucking succumbed to it there.
Wait, wild magic.
It's not wild magic.
Vlad can fucking make it go down if he wants to.
Yeah, his reaction thing.
Yeah.
Can he?
He can. Spend magic.
alright. Yeah, I forgot I can do that. I'm gonna do that. I'll
Yeah,
spend
spend
I'll spend 2 sorcery points to roll a d4 and reduce.
Alright. Roll a 2 or higher.
Bad luck.
It seems that even when you attempt to manipulate the winds of chaos, you cannot defeat me!
Look.
I kind of just growl a bit and say salute bravely. And I charge it.
Your end is nigh!
Fuck. He doesn't really seem to be cooperating. You know what? I'm fucking stupid. I don't need to think about this. Yeah, I'm just gonna... Hang on, let me just... I'm still raging, so let's just fucking... Where is it?
Throw him off the map.
That's the way.
He's chanting, isn't he? He's chanting for another spell.
Oh, yeah, definitely. He's going for a big chant.
You know what? Fuck yeah. Just a few hits in. I got 2 hits. Two big hits in him. Bus. I'm gonna just aim. Oh no, I already rolled. It would have been disadvantaged for a specific pace. So no, that's fine. 2 hits in him. Bus. I'm guessing a 26 and a 24 hit.
Oh, that's a
I
good
hope.
guess.
Do you have a +7 to your
Yeah, I got a magic axe.
Plus strength plus rage.
You'll have to do better than that, primitive!
Those are my 2 attacks. Bonus, I don't think I can.
Should be an extra 1 point of damage on both of those rolls because you haven't added your magic to the damage.
Magic. I don't think the axe gives me an extra point of damage.
Yeah, +1 weapons give +1 attack and damage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right, I'll add that in. And forgive me, I actually can't remember what my bloodied hands do. What the blessing is.
Oh, right. I don't
Right.
remember either.
Yeah,
Advantage
it
on
was kind of a,
intimidation, bad on persuasion.
Yeah. through the video. I'll do that later.
I'll scroll up.
Yeah, it might have been typed in, hopefully. Sorcerer, join me, and together we can rule the world!
Alright, so how spacious is this area?
It's pretty heavily wooded, so, but not thickly wooded. So trees are probably about 7 feet apart.
That's more than enough. He wants me to join him. I'll show him what I've got. He's been taunting us, acting like we can't do shit, so I'm gonna quicken a polymorph to turn myself into a giant ape. Using my bonus action. And then I'm just gonna start punching the shit out.
Alright, lethal or non-lethal?
We'll do non-lethal.
Alright.
Um,
No
I
worries.
just need to mark off my sorcery points, and then so a giant. It makes 2 attacks with a +9 to hit.
Alright. The giant ape should be in tools and minions.
Oh, there's one in the game already?
Yeah, there is, yeah.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
I cannot control it.
Alright, I'll give you control.
May have been given to
It's
Great.
got Adam's control. Yeah. I'll give it to all players. I'll take it off Adam and give it to all players.
I can turn into an ape. Oh boy.
Say that again, him.
I think so.
You just fisted the
Oh,
shit out of him.
fuck. You have knocked him, you have beaten him into submission and unconsciousness.
And Vlad's just gonna kind of start jumping up and down on the spot, beating his chest in this form.
Fuck me. What was that?
Congratulations on defeating Mordenkainen.
44? Easy.
You did non-lethal, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, non-lethal.
And then we tear his guts out.
Alright, you gained all the XP in Dungeons and Dragons. All of it.
Ah, nice.
We get all the XP he's ever gotten.
That's right.
He failed against Vlad, so really, is that good or what?
I'm not sure.
Hold on, stuff. Buggy's gonna take his arcane focus, strip and naked.
Ah, no worries. He is now nude. His peni is rather small.
Then Buggy's gonna take a piece off from his own pack and wrap him up with that to make him not nude. But it's gonna take everything that the mage had off of him, so that there's no chance of him having any magical butts, and make sure he's got no arcane focus, and then bind him.
That was a right prick of a thing, wasn't it?
Also, I'm gonna get a cloth, hold it in my hands, wad it up into a ball. I am aware it's bloodied, and I'm going to shove it in his mouth, so he can't
Yeah.
speak.
That's gross, mate. Whose blood is that?
Honestly, I don't know. But at least you can speak now.
But
He
what if
won't
like,
cast that teleportation magic.
what if you got like diseases and that?
Well, then he fucking hit us with attack. I do not care if he gets disease. Fuck him.
Can I
No.
drag him? Can I
Walk
drag
away.
the mad mage to the spot, the convergence spot, and try and use his hands to like open, like do a door opening motion?
Alright, you fumble around with his hand behind the handle and it opens up and you're looking into a absolutely magnificent internal structure. Best described as a mansion made by Morden Kanan.
That was like a 50-50 chance of that happening, I'm pretty sure. Got it right on, you know?
Honestly, this is such a nice place. We cannot not stay here.
I did not know. I think
As
that
you-
would work.
As you look inside, you can see that there are some unseen servants carrying dishes and food and doing the cleaning, and the whole place is alive with dozens of transparent servants all going about their duties in your service.
Can we enter?
Absolutely, and there is a roast pig with an apple in its mouth on the table. There's whiskey and wine, ale and mead, soups, desserts, comfortable chairs, reading books. Virtually all of the enlightened luxuries that you could want, cigars and everything else. It's all right here for the taking.
This place is pretty nice.
Noodles.
What time is it? It'd be like sort of late, wouldn't it?
Can't even remember.
Because we travelled to here, we saved the child, came back, blood eagled the dude, crossed the lake, then went up. So it'd be pretty late, right?
I think you must be right. We must have been fighting him on Sunset, and so now you're looking out the windows of your magnificent mansion, all of Barovia below, and the blood-red sunset is breaking over the horizon just as the blood moon begins to rise in the northwest and stains the sky red.
Does it move normally, or does it like go to a spot and just sit there?
Just hangs. It's a full moon that hangs, which is in defiance of what full moons do, or any moon for that matter.
It's supposed to spin like a basketball. Well, this is a nice place. Man. Lenway.
You hear a door open upstairs. Boric? It's Alenway's voice.
Hi. Hello.
Oh, I see that. The mage invited you in. Oh, that's splendid.
It's one way for it.
Don't worry, we'll get you out. And I pick her up, throw her on my shoulder, and start running outside.
Ah, you have kidnapped Alenway.
I put her down outside. You're free now. Do not worry. I got you out.
She is confused.
Buggy follows them out because he's supposed to be looking after.
I'm eating food.
Mindaris comes and joins you.
Can someone like wake up the maid? We had to like subdue him.
He seemed quite insistent on us having a rest. He wanted to play the gracious host, and well, we didn't want to disappoint him.
Well, we did have to very roughly subdue him.
You didn't kill him, did you?
No, wait. No, don't think so.
I wonder if this chicken would disappear if you killed it. He says as he eats some chicken.
Maybe. You reckon this, like, thing's just invisible, right? I walked through the area, didn't I? Never mind.
Some kind of powerful spell. Maybe Anton can explain it better than I can.
We look around and there is no answer. Nah, jokes.
Wait a minute.
We left him in the Vistani camp
Yeah.
with the horse.
With the horse. He's being molested.
By the
With the-
Vistani.
By the horse.
By the horse in the Vistani molesting the horse.
Yeah.
Well, let's just like wait a bit for him to wake up and have our fill of nice food. This place looks pretty nice.
Are there fine wines and beers?
Very fine. Not as fine as what you've become accustomed to in Ravenloft, but it's as fine as anything back in Slumberhaven.
Pretty good stuff. Almost as good as mine.
It's okay, Elenway says to Buggy and to Vlad and Victor. There's nothing to be worried about. He's a perfectly gracious host. My God, what did you do to him?
We bombed him.
trying
He was
to
being
kill
rude.
us.
It must have been some mistake. You must have angered him somehow.
While we were at his front door, he opened and he shoot the icicle at me, and then he shoot the fireball that could have killed the rock, and then we bumped him on the head, and he is now. See?
She looks at Vlad as if, trying to confirm the ramblings of the primitive.
Vlad goes, yes, bumped him on the head and kind of punches his fist.
Well, let's get him inside. Should I heal him?
Want to? He is gagged and bound. He cannot keep fighting now. So heal him. Why not?
Won't he be angry?
He
I
is
think he's
always
plenty angry.
with you here. Won't he not be angry?
I don't know.
Should
Or
we
I said, yeah.
unbind him? Make him little less pissed. Like he'll be pretty close to
Oh.
being knocked out, right?
Oh, pretty close, I guess. Yes.
Everyone spread out so we don't get blasted by another winter wind.
Alright. I stand right behind him.
Alright. Well, she
Unbind him and everything.
takes him inside, we unbind him, puts him in a comfy chair, and she gives him a little bit of healing. 2d4 plus 2.
Stand
After
with
you
my
roll that.
axe ready.
Is that a healing word? Level 2?
That's, yeah, is it level? I'm not sure, I thought it was just cure wounds, but anyway. That'll
Yours
do.
is 1d.
1d8, yeah, 1d, or I was thinking healing potions.
10 or whatever.
Same thing. Same thing. And she gives him a little bit of healing, and he looks around and begins to cast a spell.
Fuck me.
Ah, bonk him.
Alright.
I was ready for that shit.
You will have
Ah, come on, computer.
So dumb. Hello.
Sorry, I think my Discord cut out again. What do I
I
have?
did it.
Yeah, I
You
don't
have
know
advantage
what
on the attack roll. Roll initiative, but you'll have advantage on the attack roll.
Okay. Initiative. I need to highlight my thing again. Sorry. Highlighted. Cool.
Vorag, you've got a 20 anyway. What action do you take?
I put my hands up again, and I'm just like, wait!
Make a persuasion roll at disadvantage.
Fuck. It's persuasion roll. Fuck me. God, this guy. 2.
Victor, you have advantage on your attack.
Punch him in the back of the head.
No, my axe, and I'm using the flat of the axe just to bonk him on the head again.
Alright.
Not raging, so just general great axe hit. But boy, dumb.
Alright, it's a hit. It's a hit, so roll for damage.
Non-lethal.
Yeah. Okay, you have knocked him out again.
Maybe we do tie his hands behind his back.
I think
Or like to a chair or something. You
I
know?
think you panicked him, says Elenway.
Let's
He panicked him, he panicked us. He stopped casting the magic course.
bind him, put a sock in his mouth, then we explain to him what's going on, and then we let him go, right?
But I agree. Then I grabbed the bloody sock and put it back in his mouth.
This is like the worst. This guy's terrible. Why do you ever fight Strahd?
Honestly.
Alright. Shall I heal him again?
Yes, please.
Is he
Alright.
bound
Just-
to be gagged? Yeah.
He's banned and gagged.
I'll put my axe away, but I'll have my big old fucking hand ready to slap him one if he tries anything.
Alright, she heals him for...
This is the dumbest shit.
11 hit points, and he rolls for initiative.
I just imagine this guy just
natural
waking up. He's
one.
like, "Ah!" He's just like casting like anyone.
Fireball, lightning bolt.
He's not even like thinking.
What he
He's just
tries
like
to do this
shooting
time.
like the first spell he thinks of.
Exactly right. What he does this time is he's trying to cast Misty Step, get out of the bonds, and then cast. Well, that's going to be his plan this time. And you see it long before it happens. He's like, Misty Step! What do you do, Vlad?
He's like,
Blood going down his throat.
I'm just gonna kind of push the front of his head back towards Victor, give him
Buggy's
the help action on his
gonna
attack.
back down onto the ground with his...
Oh, we missed that from Buggy?
No, I think Buggy's on the phone.
Oh, right. Okay, cool. So yeah, so you just push his head back so that it's basically Victor can open up his throat. Is that what you're going to do, Vlad?
No, it's like I'm gonna like slap his chin, raise his chin a bit, kind of clean hit so Victor can knock him out again. Basically, just a help action
Perfect.
on Victor.
Alright, Vorig, this guy is beginning to turn to mist as you see him, and he's already beginning to cast his second spell after the mist, like
He's got everything
unfolding.
prepared.
Yeah, that's right.
He's gonna walk up to him, slap him in the face, and be like, "Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!"
Make an intimidate check at advantage.
He's shouting out, "Misty Fireball Step!"
Fireball stab.
He's getting his words mixed up.
Stop casting spells.
You can't defeat me! He tells
Stop
you with
doing
your
it.
pathetic... You can't defeat me! Victor, what are you going to do with this fucking creature?
Because Vlad kind of pushed his chin up towards me. Can I use my action to grab his tongue in his mouth? I'm gonna pull it out, and I'm gonna like dead serious, look him in the eyes.
Lift this up!
With my bloody hands, and I put the other one on his and his forehead. I'm like, if you don't shut up, I will pull this tongue straight out of your mouth and shove it up your ass.
He finally seems to be... Yeah, keep going.
He doesn't. I'm gonna rip this tongue out of his throat.
He finally seems to be defeated, and he looks despondent and just down on the ground like someone who has given up.
Tell me already.
I'll release it. Like, you calm down. Yes, nice. And I give him a hug.
He gives you a hug back. It's genuine and heartfelt.
Fireball.
Does he cast like electric touch or something? That is good. Fuck.
Leans forward to give you a
No, that's not
genuine
kids.
hug and then whispers into your ear, "Shocking grass."
Lightning begins to come out of his hand, but you sprayed it, and he's defeated.
One last check.
It's good to calm down. And do I feel like a little electricity start tickle me?
Oh yeah, you see it in his hand. It's like it's arcing.
It's arguing between the two hands like a big fucking coil.
It is good you calm down. And I see that, and I slap him hard in the face, and still hold him.
Put up by running from Buggy. Just at a full sprint, kicks him in the side of the head.
All right, enough! I submit.
We didn't even want to fight you.
Then why did you try to break into my home?
We're looking for Linway and Min.
I've never seen them before. That's us.
I point to the other two people. I point to them.
Oh. Who are you, and what are you doing in my home? You invited us in here. I don't remember any of that. I feel as if my mind has been stripped of all intellect and wisdom. I feel like I am going mad.
Well, they don't call you the Mad Mage Baratop.
Who calls me that?
You know, the Vistani, the
Strahd calls you that. Strahd calls you that.
Strahd. Ah, that fool. That fool. He thinks he is so powerful in this land. Well. He doesn't know how to finish that.
He's a bit of a dick, yes.
Do we have
Do we have what? Sorry?
a cleric? We have a cleric, right?
We do.
Yeah.
Does that cleric know the Greater Restoration?
Ooh,
I don't think
know.
we're fifth. I don't think. Does she have 5th level spells?
Yeah,
That's
no,
5th level.
That's 5th level spell, so you need to be a 9th level caster.
8 to 9? Yeah.
Yeah.
We are level 7.
Well,
The mage, and I gestured to my friends, we want to get Strahd and kill him. Yes? You help us kill him, and we good. Yes? Friends? No?
What is the use? He can't be defeated in this. He is the master of this domain. The dark powers will not allow him to be so easily undone.
No, there's some
What if I-
secrets to him. Have you read his
What is-
book?
Hmm?
His
Have
book.
the 40 pages that talk about him.
I know nothing of this.
He hid it in a, like, what is it? He hid it in a
Book
scarecrow. Interesting place to put a book.
Hmm. So you give him the book, he'll begin perusing it if you do. And
Can we wave it in front of him at least?
yeah, sure. What has it told you? What have you gleaned?
Like, stuff about his immortality, like, he has some sort of glass armor for his castle. You know, I know, random shit, we can't make sense of it.
Then it is hopeless. We are all trapped here forever.
You're pretty pessimistic. Can't you teleport?
No, there is no escape from this world. Gates and portals that open up simply close. All they will do is relocate you somewhere within this valley of Barovia. I have heard that a grand conjunction is approaching, a time when all of the gates, the portals of the universe open up. I wonder if perhaps this will be our chance to finally escape.
We just kill him.
He cannot be defeated. He is too powerful.
well, not by you,
Bish.
but we beat you.
He's got nothing for that.
What happens if I light Strahd on fire?
He will send the rain to put your fire out.
But what if he's inside?
He will send his wolves to put it out.
What if I punch him in the face?
I don't think that will hurt him.
Do you know any?
It hurt you.
Yeah, it did hurt you. But do you know of any
You need to get a bit closer to your mic.
toothbrush,
Any witch?
any weapons or items with his ship?
I have heard of a fabled blade made of the light of the sun,
This
which
one?
may harm. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
What about the magical lighty stuff that comes out of this one's neck? And I point to a Lanway with a necklace.
Yes, the artifact of Ravenkind.
Is there any
Yes.
mess with his ship?
Is there any which?
Anything else that'll mess with his ship?
Let me see. He is a vampire. Sunlight will harm him, but I think you that out. He is a powerful necromancer and a warrior of no small skill. We'll have to find a way to counter both his magic and his martial abilities, and his allies, which he has considerable. Wolves and bats and worse things like vampires. He is a well-prepared individual.
Well, you seem to know quite a bit about him. And you seem to want him dead as well. So why don't you join us? And then we will fix your madness once this done.
Because I believe that your quest will fail. I do not think that Strahd can be defeated. And yet I have found another way to escape this cursed land, and I am ready to enact it.
Well, before you do that, can you do me a scrub?
Can he do what?
Need him to scry. Try to find my daughter.
If you can find my then yes, but until my spellbook is recovered, I only have the spells that I memorized on the last time I saw my spellbook. And Scry. Oh, wait, Scry is one of them. Yes, no, I can do that, of course. No, that'll be no...
Fantastic. Okay, well... He will tell him everything. Scry.
Well, do you have any object that connects you to her?
I have. Shit.
But you
Would I get anything? My weapon and my arm.
No, that won't be any use. That's something that belongs to you. I need something that belongs to her.
I don't think I have anything below. But
this will not make it any easier then. Let us see. Okay, so how's this work? Must be on the same plane of existence. The target must make a wisdom saving throw.
They have a +5 to their saving throw. And no, yeah, so they have a +5, and you've just got to contested.
It can, if it wants to be observed, it can fail, but it's only if it wants to.
She does not want to be observed. I cannot find her. Perhaps she does not exist in this world.
Alright, well, try again in the next days. Send me a message if you locate her, please.
Perhaps I shall.
You say you have, you need a spell book?
Yes, I battled Strahd myself on the edge of the Seer waterfall, but I was thrown over the waterfall, and my staff and spellbook were lost in the waters below. They may be destroyed.
We have this yellow one we found in Death House.
Oh?
The shithole fucking house.
Oh, let me look.
Oh, here you are.
These are mine now, mine.
Grab him by his tongue again.
Mine!
do not test my patience, bold one.
I can link the spells that's in it, or message the spells that's in it to him if you need.
Yeah, he wants to keep your spellbooks if he's able to.
Yeah, you can have it.
Been holding on to it for a while.
These are apprentice level spellbooks. They are of little use. but he still won't give them back.
Well,
This is shit. It puts it in his pocket.
teleporting outside of this realm is impossible, but could you teleport us to this
Hmm.
and start?
Yes, we want to get to this lich that has some things.
Amber Temple.
I have not. I have heard of this place, but not. I have never been there, and I do not know the way.
I would assume that a lich has some very high level spell books as well.
Bring them to me.
Only if you help
Lazy-
us with Strahd, okay?
I am helping in my own way.
We'll bring you the books if you can throw a firebolt at Strahd.
Or a couple.
It's something like that firebolt you threw at me.
Perhaps I have not been yet clear. I have no intention, again, of dueling with the master of Castle Ravenloft. I have already found a way out of this world, and I shall be using it.
But don't you want to restore your pride? Everyone thinks you're just a failed mad mage now.
Yeah,
Pride? Pride? Pride is the province of dwarves.
Alright. No need to get so uppity about it.
At least, bro.
What if he's got a part of your brain in a box and that's why you're so crazy?
Oh no, no. I put my own brain in a box. Yes, I'm already 2 steps ahead of him.
What?
Mr. Mad Mage, if you don't help us, I'm gonna tell Strahd it was your idea. That we attack. Then he's gonna hunt you down.
He has to fight him anyway, doesn't? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
then you gotta fight him anyway. So you can fight him with us, team, fight him on your own, probably get murdered.
How long have you been in this prison called Barovia?
Oh, fucking 2 decades.
And in that time you have not worked out that Strahd could kill you at any time that he wishes?
Buggy pulls out, come kill me, Strahd, punk bitch. And then he looks.
At any time he wishes. He does not wish.
Like he repeats for a straight minute, Strahd.
I do not know about that. He has wished to kill us more than one occasion and has not done so.
Was Irina with us?
Right now, probably not. Probably in Valaki in the Blue Water Room.
Oh, thank God. Okay, that's okay then.
We have something he wants. And if we go to this Amber Temple, it might have some insight on the dark powers or whatever, and maybe a way to get rid of him.
Can you at least get this close to the Amber Temple?
No! No, I cannot! I am offering you no help. I care nothing for you! I don't like you one bit!
Why are we even keeping you alive,
Why indeed? Perhaps because I know the way out of this world, and you will inevitably fail at your task and come begging to me to learn more about the Grand Conjunction. Perhaps?
We can go east or west. The doors are open, by the way.
How do you know this?
Because after
Well,
this, we burned down one of his idols or whatever, and now it just opened. All the mist sort of disappeared, you know?
Ah, yes. When the clock strikes 13 and the blood moon shines.
Of course, there isn't
Sorry.
to get through the gate. We know
How long does it strike 13?
I don't know. Elenway says, I think he's referring to this. And she shows you a passage that she's been reading in the Mad Mage's studies since she's been here.
Oh, shit.
Oh yes, the Grand Conjunction is upon us. All we need do is walk out the door. And now that you have informed me that indeed the door is open and that the mists are gone, I have no need to remain here any longer. And he dispels the magic mansion, shunting you all out into the cold.
That's rude. You don't even want to hang around for a
We
Lich's
untie him.
spell book.
These shall suffice, he says, with your spell books underneath his arms.
Untie him?
I assume he would have after getting into regular. Wait, no, yeah, he like tried to. I don't know. Whatever, doesn't matter.
Well,
He can dispel the spell without you untying him.
Then, yeah,
Well, I don't like. Why you got to leave now, right?
The door is open. We must go while we have the chance. Come with me.
What if it's like
And
an
perhaps we can
tower?
find our way back to your world as well.
Like to everyone else?
Be a lot easier than killing the said unkillable man.
We could leave. But what about all the people here?
1,000 worlds, 1,000 lives. Who cares?
Tempting to leave, finally. Vlad, what do you think?
I do not think in the end it will matter all that much to us, one way or another. We are heading to the unknown. We do not have a goal of finding our way home like these people, but if they think it is easier for them, then perhaps it is best.
A lot nicer where they live, though. Yes?
Vlad will kind of just shrug and look at the others like, I don't fucking is it?
Better than this shithole.
Yes, that is what they all say.
It's like a charming little place. We got a nice princess lady we want to go talk to. She's a magic lady. She's gonna help us, but you know. You're a pretty big coward, Mordenkainen. Lose one fight and now you're like ready to flee.
You don't know he's Mordenkainen, and nor does he.
Bad mage, sorry. Metagaming
Indeed.
by accident. Sorry.
Coward! You call me a coward! I launched a war for this realm. I organized an entire army to save these ingrates. And I was defeated. There is no ignobility in trying.
Try again. Isn't that the way it goes?
No, that is a foolishness. Beating one's head against a brick wall and expecting a different outcome is the very definition of madness.
But didn't you did you even try to get rid of his special things? Or did you just run up to him?
We stormed the castle with more than 100 soldiers.
Well, yeah, the castle is alive. He's got this weird glass heart thing he's talking about that makes it do stuff for him.
In the long history of Barovia, countless heroes from countless worlds have come and have failed. You need only tour the village of Barovia's cemetery to see their names. You need only watch the road at midnight to see their souls walking these roads. An endless procession of failed would-be heroes who thought they could best the Dark Lord. I, too, thought that I could best him. It is impossible. And now the only prudent thing for sane people to do is to leave.
does everyone else think about leaving?
If we do leave, at least we take Arena with us, right?
And then, no, Vlad will. Not Vlad. Jesus Christ. Strahd will never get what he wants.
It's like a final fuck you to him, you know?
That said, we do not even know what this madman's method is as of yet.
Hey, how do you intend to get out? Just walk off the edge, out of the into where the mists would be.
Yes, it's that simple.
But what if, like, it's a trap, you know?
A trap? Like Barovia? This whole place is a trap. This whole place is a prison.
That is your solution. That to walk from one domain to another. Let me tell you, the other places beyond the borders of Strahd's domain are no better than this. Me and my brother have come from outside of Barovia. It is... Strahd is not the only monster to walk this world.
True enough. I can tell you are a man of education, and I myself have visited more than one realm within this demi-plane of dread. I have walked beyond the borders of Barovia, it is true, and I have found that there was no escape from this self-contained world, and yet the Grand Conjunction is upon us. The blood moon shines, the mist recedes. It is clear that the clock has struck 13, and now all the gates of the universe have been opened. It is as if this world has become one portal to everywhere else.
Can't be that easy though, can it?
Oh yes, it can. Don't you understand? This is the moment even Strahd has been waiting for. It may be that he is not interested in you or I at all anymore. He has only to answer the call now. He has only to walk through the door himself, for there is nothing he wants more than escape.
Except one thing.
Oh?
He wants this lady.
The prize!
The reason he is like a vampire or whatever.
The prize, yes. Which will he choose? His salvation or his need?
Well, like... he did turn himself into a vampire for it, so I'm gonna say it is need, you know? He's a bit selfish.
That may be so. But it was not. He did not turn himself into a vampire. It was the fates that cursed him this way.
Matters not how he did it. Well, maybe it does actually. In killing him, but you know.
Who is this fate? Who? I do not know of this person that turns him into.
The dark powers, it's in the book, you fool.
What?
The dark powers are a mysterious force that I cannot fathom. They seem to pervade this domain, entrapping everyone within it, including Strahd and the Dark Lords themselves. Are they gods? I don't know. Are they capricious spirits? I can only guess. But I know that they do exist, that they are sapient, that they are sentient. And he looks over at Victor, and you have their blood upon your hands.
What is this?
This is the sign of favor from the dark powers. Clearly you have done some great bloody-handed action which has gained their attention, no?
He blood eagled the dude.
A blood eagle, aye. They would like that. Do enough of that and you shall be rewarded with a Barovia of your own. That is how this prison grows. It gives to those who ask, like our friend here, gesturing towards Victor.
Well, does it ever take away, like, what it has given before?
Oh no, it does not take away, it only gives more, and more, until you are trapped, and there is no escape, for you are no longer what you were when you began. So it was with the Count Strahd von Zarevic, who was a nobleman of great power and virtue, or so the histories say, and yet, bit by bit, temptation by temptation, he was lured into his state as it is. I have heard that there was a final event involving a woman, but until you came here today, I did not know the last piece of the puzzle that cursed the Lord of Barovia. So you of the bloody hands, continue your reign of terror. Keep beating old men and attempting to rip out their tongues. Keep spilling the blood of criminals in the most gruesome and violent ways. Keep doing what you feel is justified, and you too will have your own domain in the demiplane of dread.
Right, then. Doesn't sound very, nice, though. Wouldn't want one. Pretty
There
shit.
are some who would rather rule in hell than serve in heaven.
Each to his own, I guess.
I am not one, and I seek to escape this wretched realm, rather than attempt to claim it for my own, or topple some master for whom the prison belongs. You are wasting your time. Escape with me if you have any wisdom in your heads. Come with me. We shall walk through the gates of Barovia and out into the wider world, and perhaps it is as you say, we shall merely find ourselves in the domain of another monster, but perhaps we shall be home. It is worth the risk, and it is the only chance we shall ever get, for the Grand Conjunction will not come again.
Sounds like a decision we should make when all of us are here, at least. Anton is back at the Vistani camp or whatever.
I also found this, Elenway says. I don't know if it has any relevance.
1,000 souls. We shall walk the road of good intentions, right the unjust, and avenge the wrong. Replant the bittersweet harvest, and you shall betray us all. Flee to save your own skins, huh? Thousand souls in 1,000 worlds. Is that like one from each world, or is it like 1,000 from each world?
I don't know what it means, Elenway says. I don't think it has any relevance at all, but...
Well, I mean, it looks the same as the, that 13 thing as well.
That's what I thought. I saw some of the same phrases. Well...
If we go back now, right? Is it the same time as when we left?
How can I know? The gates to the multiverse are open. All I know is I will not be here. Anywhere but here. If I were in hell, I could find a way out. But in Barovia, it is a prison.
What if, like, we go to the Amber Temple, we find out some grand truth or something, and then he's like, and we bring it back to you and you make your decision then?
I will already be gone.
That's pretty lame. Kick the debt.
You may think me a coward. Perhaps you are right. Certainly I am pragmatic, and I have no will to die and I especially have no will for my soul to be trapped in this dimension. I shall not have it. I am more resourceful than that. Whoever I am more resourceful than that. And I will not be the victim.
How do you know all this, but you don't even know your name?
I have studied, and I have a trick for preventing my too much knowledge from falling into the hands of the enemy.
Right. Would you like to read the book first, at least? So you know what you're getting into?
I should like that, yes.
Don't go teleporting off with it, because we need it too.
You have my word.
Whatever that is worth.
It has never been broken. It has seldom been given, but it has never been broken.
Alright then. You can have a sit down in the dirt while you read your book. Let's set up
Yes.
camp. It's getting dark.
He shivers, but he pretends that he's not cold because, like, he'd rather be sitting in the.
Yeah, I just spelled the magic castle on purpose.
It's like, that's right.
He's gonna leave right now.
How long are you going to give this guy?
I mean, like, he can go the whole night, right? If he really
Yeah.
wants to.
Yeah.
While we set up camp and everything, have some food.
You're okay with that? Maybe some deer? Whatever.
Right. I can go hunt the deer if you would like.
That'd be nice. Some good.
Right. Is the
Good
only
venison.
deer you are friends with, the mage?
Ah, no. I sometimes take the form of an elk to assist my passage through the woods.
Oh, okay, that's what that was.
Alright, we're all good
Yes.
then. Alright, I'll go hunt. I guess I'll go hunt whatever animals I can find.
Whoa.
All right. And game is plentiful. And what about the rest of you?
Setting up camp, keeping an eye on this guy.
Sure.
Want to see his reactions to things.
Anyone else? Can't hear Jack, unfortunately.
What? No.
Cool.
Oh,
Cool.
fine.
All right. No worries. Nappa, could you roll 3d6, please?
It's a level 2 fireball.
Yeah. Perfect. Pretty high. Pretty high. How long are we going to say? We're going to wait here overnight?
Might as well. It's getting dark. Don't really want to cross the lane at night.
Alright. I must rest, he insists. I guess I will have to ask you to watch over me.
Can't you, like, put the big castle up again?
I only have one spell of the 7th circle per day.
You've already used it?
Aye, creating the mansion.
Fair enough.
I'll have to rest again before I can cast it once more.
Well, tuck in somewhere, I guess.
I'm not used to trusting people. It seems I have no choice. And he begins to doze off.
I'll sit nearby with the sunlight sword, just not lit up, just in my hand.
During the night, you hear wolves howling over in the west, somewhere over this direction. But you aren't disturbed beyond that. And in the morning, the mage blinks, and then wakes up suddenly and looks around and sees where he is and who he's with. And he begins checking for having been stripped of things, and he has been stripped of things, hasn't he? You took his components.
That was
Yeah, a while ago.
that was Buggy.
Did you return them?
Buggy? Jack?
What's up?
Did you return his components after we sort of made peace?
Good now. Give me a sec.
Yeah.
I'm cooking some eggs. Wild
Liquid
bird
eggs.
eggs.
That's right, man. Pheasant eggs.
Good stuff.
Venison sandwich.
Yeah, so does he wake up with his spell components or not?
Let's just say not, I guess. Because we didn't really say it or nothing really happened. We kind of just. Well, I guess we gave him the spell books. I mean, why would we give him spell books and not spell components?
Well, Buggy certainly did not give him back his arcane focus or his spell components. This is an unstable man, and Buggy is not risking that shit.
Alright. I'm probably the closest person sitting to him as well.
I ask you to do one of two things. Either return my components to me immediately, or face my inevitable wrath.
Let me go get Buggy, then I guess. He's got your stuff. Inevitable wrath, eh? As I walk off.
Did beat you once, you know.
Buggy, Mr.
Okay.
Wizard wants his, stick back or whatever components.
What did he have? Like a stick, or did he have an arcane focus, or a opponent's pouch, or what?
Yeah, we'll call it a component pouch, yeah. It wouldn't be a staff or a wand, so component pouch.
Yeah, well, Buggy's going to look inside the component pouch real quick. Is there anything interesting in there?
There's guano, there's mint, there's some pepper, there's a grasshopper that's dead, there's a glass marble, there's a few feathers, junk like that.
Okay, well, he's going to take the... Oh, do I need to...
Take the guano out before you give it to him.
Thank you. Buggy does that.
Alright, you have some bat shit. It's genuine bat shit.
Got some good old-fashioned, all-American bat guano.
You got it.
Components pouch back to the wizard.
You've deprived the bat shit from the bat shit.
Good call.
He is now...
That's pretty clever, man. Alright, he looks through the components. He sees quite quickly what is missing and grunts. Reattaches his components without a further word.
I didn't take anything.
Something is missing, but that is beside the point. I am sure that I will find more bats in Barovia. Well, I feel somewhat refreshed, and I intend to make good on what I was discussing earlier last night. I intend to walk through the gates of Barovia and out of this civilization. If anyone wishes to join me, I will have you as a companion.
And look around.
We got to go back to Valaki first, at least, before we make that decision.
Wait that long or no?
Which way will he be going?
Mage, would you allow us to group up before we leave, or are you going to leave without?
He cast Mage Armor on himself, unless I counterspells him. He cast Mage Armor on himself, and says, I am in something of a hurry to depart this realm, but I need not leave at a breakneck pace. In fact, I should enjoy the trappings of civilization, perhaps. He casts Disguise Self, and appears as a Barovian, a little bit fat in the cheeks, a bit of stubble along his beard, a thick moustache with a bit of grey. Perhaps I would enjoy going into Valaki and having a bit of a beer while I gather my thoughts, but mark my words, I shall be walking through those gates as soon as it is prudent.
Alright then. Let's get a walking then.
Ensue banjo walking tune.
There is one more thing that I must do. You must forgive me for this. I am about to lose my mind again. It must be this way. I have remembered who I am, what I am, and I cannot allow all that I know to fall into the hands of Strahd.
Wait, how do you remember every morning?
It is not how I remember, but how I forget. I have a method of erasing my own memories temporarily, but after I am rested, they come back.
Alright then. You can't hold off for at least a good conversation until we get down the river or something.
I shall hold off for now, but you must understand that I am very reluctant to allow Strahd access to my memories. And if he should ambush us along the way, I will have no choice but my first action to neuter myself.
Alright, how about we surround you then?
I'm placing a great deal of trust in you all. I must tell you that you would be better off capturing me now and ransoming to Strahd, that he may learn that all that I know, that he may unlock the secrets of the Grand Conjunction for himself.
Then he'll just kill all of us too, so what's the point?
You are wise, Beardface.
Like to leave, and if we did that, we could not. So, not smart idea.
Very well. Then let us enjoy this drink. And I shall enjoy this form. I haven't had a gut like this in a long time. And he plays with his beer belly.
What can you tell us of the Grand Conjunction that you don't fear will fall into his hands?
I don't know how much you would understand, even if I were to explain it to you. The Grand Conjunction is an event that spans the multiverse, where the gates of all the worlds open, and one can easily walk into another dimension as one can walk into the bathroom. It is a time of great convulsion, great upheaval. There shall be gods that will die and be reborn again, only to die forever. There shall be whole worlds that are consumed. The laws of physics and of magic will be changed irreversibly. The grand structure of planes such as heaven and hell may be arranged. For all I know, it may be enough to remove even Asmodeus from his throne. Sorry, you probably wouldn't understand. Well,
Understand.
let us get this beer and forget about things for a while. Party's presumably able to, whether it's on the shores of the lake or in the Blue Water Inn, but you're likely able to go where you wish to go and reunite with those who you want to be with.
Has he gone crazy yet?
Not yet, no.
What do you think, now that you're of sound mind, and you've read the book a little bit, what do you think of our chances?
The same as anyone else's. Travel to Barovia and look in the graves, and you will find your own fate. As you have said, the Castle Ravenloft is a death trap. Strahd is powerful, and yet he is not without allies, vampires and ghosts, and red dragons in his courtyard. This will be more than you can handle.
He comes out of his castle often enough. Can we not, like, bait him?
Perhaps, after all, you do have the prize.
The lady?
And yet I think you overestimate his attachment to her. Yes, a man often thinks with his little head, even a dead man. But to be free of this realm, to be free to walk the plains again, to be free to fall in love anew, I expect this lure will prove more tempting than you realize.
I reckon if we, like, take her to the edge of the mist, she'll definitely come, probably. That's like both 2 in 1, you know?
Perhaps it will work. I shall not be there when you are tempted. I shall be gone.
Well, let's get back to Valaki then. Doom, 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 doom.
You've returned to the town. There are people laughing in Valaki. It's a very happy town, considering it's in the death throes.
That's right. Mud Mage, really quickly, there is sickness go around that make people laugh.
Yes, cackle fever, I am aware.
Wait, it is contagious, no? It's
Highly.
easy. Yes, well, it is in his town, so we should be careful not to get it.
How does it transfer?
Through the air, through the spit and the bile and other bodily fluids.
Okay then. I am standing well away from laughing people.
Thank you for the warning, sir, he says to Victor.
We go to the tavern inn.
Yep, you're in the Blue Water Inn. Irina's here. Did we bring Esmeralda? I think we did.
And Anton.
And Anton. And Rick Tavio is there as well. They're the man they've come to see. We're all here. We've got the band back together.
It's time to fight Strahd. We've got everyone. Does everyone have it on speed dial? We do need a fight in the backyard right now.
We'll,
Don't have him on speed dial.
damn. Well, that's Rectavio in the corner. He's like a monster hunter.
I say to the mad bitch.
Ah. Well, perhaps he can bury you then.
I said monster hunter, not undertaker.
Oh, well, that just means that he'll last longer than you, won't it?
Maybe, maybe not. Don't know if he has the same sort of constitution as I do.
I admire your bravery. I really do. I, after all, tried it myself. I shall remember you. When people talk of Castle Ravenloft, I shall tell them of the brave fools who thought they could storm it despite all the odds.
Well, like someone, it's got to go down eventually, right? Out with the old, in with the new.
Some things, my friend, are eternal.
Such as?
Hatred, love, desire.
Maybe so. Worth a try, though.
The dark powers.
We don't even know what they are. You can't say if they're forever.
I've no mention of the dark powers around here. Says the fat, black-bearded man who owns the place, the Martinov. He He hands over an ale to the wizard. This one's on me, if you'll stop your bloody talking about it. As you will, fine innkeeper.
We should get that dark elf on the way out as well. When we skip town.
As well. But he's going to be upset if we don't do that thing to get him his wife, sister back. No?
He only said that if we find a way to resurrect her, we give it to him.
Are we going down to do that, or are we leaving?
It's 50-50. When Anton and Lenway and Min want to make their minds up.
It's fair enough. We can do that.
And I don't think Buggy wants to leave here without his daughter.
Definitely not.
Why even are you here, Napper?
I mean, originally I was set to be executed, so rope around my neck
What, like
and
out-
I ended up here.
So this is like out of the frying pan into the fire for you, huh?
Basically, or some kind of weird punishment sent from the gods, maybe salute. So
Interesting way of viewing it. You reckon we should go to that, leave the madman to his drink and go talk to them, see if we can smuggle this elf out of the Valaki, out of the Stani camp.
Right.
Maybe return here with him? No, maybe not.
How do we want to do that? Does anyone have any ideas of how to smuggle this guy out of the camp?
See,
Or camp?
my character would just brute force it.
Do you reckon we can count on that debt we've got from them to just leave with him?
I mean, we'd have to just, tell them not to worry about Buggy's daughter, because that whole thing with the debt. Oh, the other debt. So because we saved their daughter. Yeah, not because I did the Blood Eagle. Yeah, no, we could probably do that. A life for a life. I reckon.
Or does anyone have something pretty simple, like just invisible the guy and walk out with him?
I could turn him into a frog or something and stick him in my pocket.
You have that power? I underestimated you, he says with genuine respect.
He turned himself into a giant ape. What are you talking about?
Bashed or Hedian.
Flads is kind of shaking his head like, does this guy not remember me turning into a giant ape to punch him in the face yesterday?
Ah, you see, some people have the ability to turn themselves into things, but not others. I understand what ability you use now. I thought perhaps you were merely a were-gorilla.
That'd be the sickest thing, a were-gorilla.
Well, it seems that you have many options. Which will you choose?
Probably go find this Amber Temple right off the bat, right? It's got the secrets of the thing that we don't want to say in here. And it's got a mad lich as well.
And the books that this the mage wants. Is here.
And we got some books too. We're talking to him. I know you've got like small brain syndrome, but
I do not have small grain. What are you talking about?
exactly.
Okay.
So I guess it leaves you with three broad paths to follow now. You can go straight to Castle Ravenloft. You can go down to the Amber Temple via picking up the elf, or you can just leave. Walk out the gates and maybe, just maybe, be done with it all.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think we should bring Rictavio with us to the Ember Temple. He might find that interesting too. He was the one that holds up in the tower, right? So maybe he needs to know these secrets as well. We haven't had a good talk with him, right, since?
I don't think so. No, only in his false identity, I suppose.
Yeah.
I feel like someone did. I'm pretty sure he talked to someone and said we can't talk here, and they hoofed out of it.
Left with him and had a chat, yeah.
Can't remember now.
I don't really remember that being an in-depth conversation. Yeah. So, yeah, can I walk up to him?
How do you do? He says in an accent completely unlike the first one.
Hello, Rictavio. We've got some things to talk about. I know you're a bit jumpy with that.
We shall take our leave, and we can discuss anything that you'd like. I shall take my meal in my room, he says. Good day to you all. And upstairs, he goes into the room. Whoever wants to come in, it's a fairly spacious room. Small guest room, bed with wolf furs, footlocker, wardrobe, writing desk, matching chair, oil lamp, red leather jacket, journal.
Sick.
He invites those of you who are coming inside. He
Hello,
says, "So I see that you brought the Mad Mage of Baratok with you."
Can you see through his illusion?
No, but I have heard by repute that he is among the most powerful spellcasters to have become trapped in this domain in recent years.
Well, he doesn't want any business in fighting. He's bound to leave. Just thought you'd want to know.
Clever man, he's an attachment to this world, and why should he risk himself for it?
True, but, whatever. Well,
He takes off his fake half-elf ears and puts them aside.
we've got like a couple of things, right? We can do this. You were in the tower, right?
I was.
You had a head.
Yes, I did.
Was it the head of Vistani, or was it the head of the wizard that lived there?
It was a head of a Vistani that I had been tracking for some time. A creature of Strahd, who I hoped would give me some insights.
That's unfortunate, because there's a head of a wizard somewhere too that might know a thing or two about Strahd's weaknesses. And one of them might even be in your tower. Have you seen like this glass heart thing, glass armor or whatever?
I don't know anything about that, I'm afraid.
Do you want to see his book?
Yes, I would dearly like that.
We got some notes scribbled down, so because we decoded it, took a while.
If you want to do a bit of light reading yourself, I've got you can flick through my journal, if you will. It's all complete bullshit.
Your journal is complete bullshit?
Absolutely. It's a ruse, designed so that if anyone should grow suspicious of me and break into my room, then they would find this account of tall tales that are half believable. If one is going to pull a swift one should take it to the extreme.
Another thing you should know: we came in contact with like the dark elves that can lead us to this place called the Amber Temple. If you've heard of it.
I have heard reference of it.
The elves probably know that apparently know where it is. It's apparently like this sort of like temple of the dark powers. Sorry, and like see, it might have secrets that Strahd was looking for, because there's a mad lich that's gone crazy in there. Don't know how old you have to get to be crazy when you're undead, but you know.
It sounds like a foolish thing to attempt. We have enough strength now to strike at Strahd's castle, at Castle Ravenloft. I do not think it to be clever to attempt to garner anything more by dealing with liches.
We're not dealing with him. We're probably just gonna kill him, because he's already crazy. He's probably forgot all his spells.
Good luck to you, then.
Strahd wants something that's in the Amber Temple. And he also... like, the Amber Temple probably has secrets about this glass armor as well, and the glass armor protects Strahd's castle. It apparently, like, moves around and he can don it whenever. But, like, it makes the... It looks like it makes the castle sentient or something. Don't think attacking his castle straight off the bat, especially with this thing up, is probably a good idea.
I am an old man. That means that I am running out of time, but it also means that I have some patience. If you wish to pursue this avenue, I shall wait. I will not strike until the iron is hot. But I fear that anything you find in there will not equate to what you might lose, such as your lives.
Well, we've only got one shot of killing Strahd, unless we're a certain mad mage. But, so like, do it once, do it right. Measure twice, cut once.
It is sensible enough. Well, I am paid up for the month. I shall remain here until you return.
Can we leave Irina here?
Yes, that is a splendid idea.
Keep her away from the Burgermeister's right-hand man. The man with the crazy right hand, or left hand.
If she has any sense at all, she won't go outside as long.
She's brave/foolish, you know? She's one of them types.
Oh, what a curious girl. Reminds me of one of my grandnieces.
Alright then. I'll leave you to it.
If you of your companions have any questions, I shall endear to help. After all, we measure twice and cut once.
Have you found any secrets in that little tower? Or do you just live there?
Much of what I know, I have recorded in a series of books. I am considered the premier expert on vampires, werewolves, mummies, liches, ghosts, and many other aberrations. But when it comes to things specific for Count Strahd von Zarevic, I think his only weakness is her.
That may be true. We shall see, I guess.
And his overconfidence. He has never been defeated, does not believe he can be defeated, and has no reason to think that he might. That arrogance, that supreme arrogance, may be one ace up our sleeves.
Alright then. Sounds like the beginnings of a plan.
I'll return to the bar.
All right, party.
Just chilling.
Have a drink up.
Hey, with the Mad Mage.
Do you want to end it early because we've got not enough people?
It's kind of a pivotal point at this
Yeah.
moment to
Can't
kind
make
of
any decisions.
yeah.
Sounds good.
Quickly mention that, yeah, it's not ideal because we're down to 4 people. I haven't said a whole lot this session. I'm probably not going to because I'm on anti-inflammatories and painkillers at the moment because I fucked my shoulder on Christmas Day.
Drug daddy, man.
What did you do, man?
I'm not too sure because I can't remember much of what we did.
Oh,
Christmas
right. Just got
night.
drunk. That's
Yeah,
hilarious.
but I've like torn a muscle in my shoulder again, and so I'm pretty drugged up at the moment. So
Hilarious.
Alright.
So if we're technically down to I think 3.5 people.
And there's a lot of decisions to be made, so it's probably for the best.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't want to make any executive decisions. I just feel like that kind of like we could literally be like, nah, we're leaving. Let's go.
Maybe a Linway.
So that we do hit the game running next week, the ground running. We'll assume that okay, so we'll make this decision here. It's up to the party what they want to do, and for all you can decide. Really, you can decide in the chat. That's up to you. I'll let you organise that. But if we go to the Amber Temple, we will assume that you've already gone and polymorph, or you called in the favour or something, but you're ready to go if you go to the Amber Temple. If you want to go to Castle Ravenloft, you're ready to go. If you want to walk into the mists, again, you're ready to go. So we'll probably start next session with momentum.
Knowing which one we're gonna we'll try and we'll know which one we're doing before we get to the next session. So that way, once we get in, we're all in. We go. We start that mission.
That's right. And I know whether we're going to Ravenloft, to the head of that, or I know if we're going to the Amber Temple, or if we're following option, which has always been an option.
Leave.
And seeing what lies beyond the gates.
I feel like Linway and Anton at least would want to chat with the Mad Mage and Octavio at least as well. So I might also have to start off with a little bit of role playing.
Cool.
I think, but the Arctic's words that he spoke at the very start of the game is really ringing heavy in my ears with when we were talking
Strahd
about
can't be
Mad
killed.
Mage. No, the whole when we started the game, he's like, Arctic, very, very enthusiastically telling us, this place will fucking kill you. You are going to die.
Well, we've already
Get
lost
out. I'm like,
2.
Yeah,
3.
that's a good point.
2. We've only
3
lost
people.
2 people. It's alright.
It's a stressful campaign, and I read that. I read a lot of people getting burnt out by the campaign. But it leaves you despondent, right? And it leaves you feeling hopeless and powerless and not quite pointless, but it starts to feel like a real grind, this campaign. It's a grind on the soul. It's meant to burden you as a player with shit that you don't want. And that's part of its appeal, like we watch horror movies not because they make us feel good. We don't watch drama because it makes us feel happy, although it does. It's more about the tension and the pain. This is a painful campaign, and I think that's one of the reasons why it's the shortest. They designed it on purpose, knowing that if you play it darkly, it just might burn you out.
I was gonna say, I think, not to say it's a bad campaign, but the problem I'd have with it, and maybe the reason why, not to say I haven't been enjoying this, I've been having a lot of fun playing this game, but
Good.
I think it's probably my least favorite of the published adventures I've played, and I'm not enjoying it as much as I did last time we went to Ravenloft, mainly because I think part of the horror of Ravenloft, as you emphasized, is, you know, you want to escape, you want to get out, but because it's an adventure that's all about escaping Ravenloft and everyone knows that going into it, everyone's kind of, you've created your characters end up in Ravenloft, and everyone's created their characters for the purpose of escaping for the most part, so you don't really replicate the horror that you get when you're playing characters you've been playing for a long time that want to get out.
Yeah,
Yeah. I get that.
yeah.
Because it again, I mean, I know I compare the two campaigns a lot, but in the old group, it's that we all had our own quests and things we'd been working on, and then we ended up in Ravenloft and genuinely wanted to get out. Whereas this one, everyone's kind of signed on for Ravenloft as a campaign.
If you
Mm.
jumped Piper in here, she'd be gone.
Get out.
Oh, doors open. See you
Yeah.
later, folks.
Yeah, that's
exactly it. Like,
that's a good way of emphasizing my point. Is think about what your other characters from different campaigns would do if they were trapped in Ravenloft, and the game would probably play very differently.
Mhm.
yeah, you've got nothing to lose, so why leave? Where it's with the other ones, it's I've done so much. There's so much time and effort to like pour it into this character. I do not want to die. Let's get out.
Yeah,
That's
like
the thing.
you can write in your backstory, oh yeah, it's I've got a family and wife and kids and all this, but that's just like something that's written in your backstory. If you're playing a character that's been somewhere else for a while, then you end up in Ravenloft. You've genuinely got things to lose.
Mm.
I reckon a game after honestly, I'm thinking about it. A game with all our Saturday Waterdeep characters in Ravenloft.
Yeah.
That would be pretty interesting.
It'd be pretty funny, yeah. Especially Click. I'm not sure how Click would go.
Go mad.
Yeah, I feel like he kind of would because he's a crow.
Chirping mad.
Like, would I be friends with my crows? That'd be
Crow
it's
bros?
weird. Crow bros.
It'd be quite interesting.
Definitely. Interesting concept. But yeah, no, I definitely get that point. It's an interesting thing to consider with this kind of campaign.
Yeah.
But no, I am enjoying it. I am loving this campaign. It's definitely interesting. It's very different to the other campaigns I've played. I've not played many.
It is. It is. Yeah, Forgotten Realms are very heroic. Ravenloft is heroic, but it's torture. It's meant to be torture.
Mm.
That's on purpose. I love that. My favorite encounter is the one start where you go to the church and the dude's got a vampire for a son. And, like, honestly, there's no fucking solution to that. There is. You can take a raise dead scroll and raise him from the dead and he's back. Okay, that's good. But, like, you don't have a fucking raise dead scroll. So there isn't a solution. And like, I, as a DM, and even as a player, I, as a DM, love that encounter. But by definition, it's a bad encounter. Because
The solution.
the whole campaign... There's no real solution.
I think a way to maybe change the campaign in a sense might be to have a party that is kind of that's been dispatched by a church or a deity or something to try and rid Strahd, to kind of have it like
Purgatory.
yeah, maybe you've come on purpose to slay the evil, but then it kind of changes the tone of the campaign a lot.
Mm.
But yeah.
And you'd also like it kind of doesn't give you a reason. The things that make you powerful enough to fight him, but why didn't they fucking pick someone powerful enough to fight him in the first place? You know? Like, it's not that it's a bad idea. It's just that you kind of need to meander through Barovia, and if your purpose is from the start to kill Strahd, then that suspension of belief becomes perhaps a little bit more difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm.
I'm gonna leave the setup how it is. So I'll be here for the next game.
Yeah.
Do we have enough people for the next game?
100%. 80%. 60,
No,
60. No, it should be fine. Let me see. So, 3 upvotes, Grady and Carrick. So,
Oh, you
Yeah,
mean tonight, right? Yeah.
3,
for later tonight.
4. So at least 4 Librett's typing. 5 is Libretto it.
That's a go.
Just need
Okay,
Jake.
so we're on.
Just need Jake's currently online, so he's probably going to be online later.
Yeah, Jake tends to turn up like without announcements, so.
Steven is still asleep, I assume. Tyler
Yeah.
is AFK. Sash is lost to the winds.
Huh.
I don't know where Jack is.
No.
Playing League of Legends.
Alright,
Oh,
well,
that's
if,
Jake.
if we're
Jakey.
done here, I'm gonna go and take a nap.
Roger, sir.
Have
Thanks for
fun.
coming along. It was
Get well
good to
soon.
you.
Yeah, I'll see you guys later.
See you, man.
Back with that shoulder.
There's no luck. It's skill.
Oh, is it pure medicine check?
Huh.
Skill
Yeah.
check?
Pure skill.
My bad.
My character died in a Bram's Storm King's Thunder game.
Okay.